Sharpen your edge. There comes a point in every internal battle where you realize something critical. The world isn't coming to save you, but that doesn't mean you're alone in the fight. You've just been carrying your burdens in silence for so long that you forgot what it feels like to breathe. There's a version of you that's still alive underneath all this weight. A quieter, stronger version that refuses to disappear even when everything around you feels like it's collapsing. There are days when you feel like you're walking through fog with no direction and no map. But even on those days, you're still moving, and that alone proves something about you that you don't give yourself credit for. You don't fold when life tries to break you. You bend, you adapt, you keep going, because deep down, something inside you refuses to give up the life you still want to live. Every person who has ever rebuilt themselves started exactly where you are. Overwhelmed, exhausted, and unsure. They didn't rise because they had the answers. They rose because they chose not to stay where pain tried to keep them. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to feel lost. But you are never allowed to convince yourself that your struggle means you're weak. Weak people don't carry the load you've been carrying. Weak people don't keep stepping forward when doubt sits on their chest like a boulder. You've survived moments that would have broken someone else completely. And even now, when your strength feels thin, you're still moving. Survival is not luck. It's proof of internal strength you don't even see anymore. You've been fighting so long that endurance has become invisible to you. But the truth is this: your resilience is not an accident. It's a skill. It's a muscle. And right now that muscle is bruised, not broken. There is a path forward for you, even if it's not visible yet. Sometimes direction appears only after you take the first few steps into uncertainty. Life doesn't always give you clarity before the decision. Sometimes you gain clarity because of the decision. But either way, you don't stay stuck unless you choose to. You're not meant to wander forever in the same cycle of fear and waiting. You're meant to rise from it, not because it's easy, but because you're capable. There are parts of you that haven't even been activated yet. Strength you've never used, patience you've never needed, confidence you've never explored. All of that is still yours. All of that is still available to you. But you access it by standing back up, not by waiting to feel ready. You don't have to know the whole path. You just need to know the next move. And the next move is simple. Decide your struggle isn't the end of your story. Decide that the same pain that made you quiet can also make you sharp. Decide that everything you've survived becomes the fuel to shape who you're becoming. You don't have to erase your past to rise. You use it. You learn from it. You build on it. People think strength means never breaking, but real strength is what you built in the moments you did break and still came back. Look at your life honestly. Every time you thought you couldn't handle something, you found a way. Every time you thought you were finished, you got up again. That is not weakness. That is evidence of who you really are underneath all the doubt. You don't need a perfect plan to move forward. You need courage, the quiet kind that whispers, "Try one more time." Maybe nobody ever told you this, so hear it now. You're not too far gone. You're not falling behind. You're not broken beyond repair. You are in a transition, and transitions feel like failure until the moment they reveal their purpose. Your life will not change in a single leap. It will change in the small moments where you choose strength over surrender, direction over chaos, and self-respect over self-doubt. You'll rebuild yourself day by day, choice by choice, moment by moment. And one day, not long from now, you'll look back and realize you're standing somewhere you once thought was impossible. The pressure you feel right now is not a punishment. It's a signal. It's the moment life is pushing you toward a stronger version of yourself. You are closer to a breakthrough than you realize. The hardest moments are almost always the moments just before something shifts. Do not walk away from this chapter. Do not abandon yourself now. You are building something inside of you that will change everything about how you move through the world. Strength doesn't appear when things are calm. It appears when everything is heavy and you keep going anyway. That's when you truly understand what you're made of. And you're made of more than survival. You're built for rising. You're built for clarity. You're built for command. Your future is not a distant dream. It's a series of decisions you start making today, one honest step at a time, one moment of courage at a time. And when it feels like you're moving alone, remember this. Every person who has ever rebuilt their life has walked this path. You're not behind. You're not the only one struggling. And you're not alone in this fight. This chapter is not the end. It's the beginning of the person you're becoming. A person forged by pressure, strengthened by struggle, directed by purpose. You have more inside you than you know. And the world hasn't even seen the strongest version of you yet. You might not talk about it, but lately you've been carrying weight that most people couldn't handle. It's the kind of weight that doesn't make noise, but it wears on your mind every single day. It shows up in the mornings before you even get out of bed, sitting on your chest before your feet hit the floor. It follows you at night, long after the world goes quiet. It's the list of things you haven't done, the responsibilities you feel, and the expectations you're trying to meet. It's the silent pressure that nobody else sees but you feel constantly. You've been moving through your days with a strength you don't even recognize as strength because it doesn't feel heroic. It feels heavy. You've been holding yourself together even when your thoughts feel scattered. You've been pushing forward even when motivation disappears the moment you reach for it. And the truth is, you're tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but the kind that comes from carrying emotional weight alone. It's a quiet, constant exhaustion that slowly wears you down. Most people around you don't notice it, not because they don't care, but because you're good at hiding it. You've learned how to look steady on the outside, even when your mind is loud on the inside. But hear me clearly. Feeling this way doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. You're not failing because you feel overwhelmed. You're not broken because you're exhausted. You've been holding the line for so long that you've forgotten something important. You were never meant to carry everything alone. Even the strongest people need support, even if they rarely ask for it. You've spent so much time being the one everyone else relies on that you don't know what it feels like to set your own burdens down. You're the one who keeps things together, even when it costs you mentally. But strength isn't about pretending you don't struggle. Strength is about facing your struggle with honesty and continuing anyway. And I need you to understand something most people never hear. You are not the only one fighting a silent battle. People carry pain behind straight faces, doubts behind steady voices, and fears behind calm eyes. Everyone is dealing with something, even if you can't see it. Everyone is holding on to something they haven't said out loud. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not the only one who feels lost sometimes. When you feel overwhelmed, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been handling too much for too long. When you feel like you can't keep up, it doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you've been carrying responsibilities that shouldn't fall on one person's shoulders. When you feel like you're slipping, it doesn't mean you're breaking. It means you're tired from being the strong one all the time. There is nothing wrong with needing a moment to breathe. There is nothing wrong with feeling drained. You've endured more than you give yourself credit for. You've pushed through days where most people would have shut down completely. You've shown discipline when your mind was chaotic. You've shown strength when your heart was heavy. And right now, I need you to hear this with clarity. You are not alone in this. Your struggle does not isolate you. There are people out there who understand exactly how it feels to hold everything together while feeling like you're falling apart internally. There are people out there who have carried the same quiet weight. You are not strange for feeling this way. You are not an outsider for experiencing heavy moments. This is part of being human. This is part of having responsibilities, pressure, and standards for yourself. You're not losing your grip. You're not losing your strength. You're simply tired because you've been fighting silently for a long time. And the fact that you're still standing is proof of your resilience. You don't have to pretend you're invincible. You don't have to pretend everything is fine. You just have to keep going. One breath at a time. One step at a time. One moment at a time. You've made it through every difficult day before this one, even the days you thought you wouldn't. That alone should tell you something powerful. You're stronger than the weight you're carrying. You're stronger than the doubt in your mind. You have survived every challenge that tried to break you. You have stood back up every time life knocked you down. And even now, even in your exhaustion, you are moving forward. You haven't quit. That is strength. That is resilience. You are not alone in your struggle, and you don't have to be alone moving forward. Someone understands the weight you carry, and right now I'm telling you, your strength is still here. Your ability is still here, and you are not alone. There is a part of struggle that most people never talk about. The part where you keep going even when every step feels heavy. There's a quiet discipline in holding yourself together when your mind feels like it's unraveling. You've been carrying a lot, more than most people will ever realize. And the fact that you're still standing says more about you than any success or achievement ever could. Pressure has a way of making you believe you're alone in the fight. It pushes you into your own head, where doubts feel louder and support feels distant. It convinces you that everyone else is handling life better than you are. It makes you believe your struggles are a sign of weakness instead of proof of your capacity. But here's the truth. Pressure only shows up for people who are capable of handling it. It doesn't choose the weak, it chooses the strong. Life doesn't put weight on people who can't lift it. It puts weight on people who have the potential to rise because of it. You've been shaped by moments that would break others, and you rarely give yourself credit for surviving them. You keep moving forward without stopping long enough to recognize your resilience. You've held your ground in situations that demanded more from you than you thought you had. You've stayed composed in moments when most people would have panicked or shut down. And even though you're tired, even though the weight feels heavy, you're still here. You're still showing up. That is strength. That is endurance. But strength doesn't always feel like strength when you're in the middle of the storm. It feels like confusion, exhaustion, and uncertainty. You question yourself because the pressure is constant. You doubt yourself because the journey is slow. You wonder if you're falling behind because you don't see the progress happening inside you. But internal growth never announces itself. It just becomes visible through your actions over time. Every time you choose effort over avoidance, you strengthen yourself. Every time you take a step forward in uncertainty, you sharpen your edge. Every time you push through a day you didn't feel ready for, you build resilience. Every time you face something you wanted to run from, you grow in ways you don't yet understand. You don't see the strength you're building because you're too close to it. You don't see the progress because you're living inside the process. But your ability to keep moving forward, no matter how slow, proves one thing. You are not someone who breaks easily. You are someone who endures. And endurance is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not something people applaud you for. Endurance happens in the moments where nobody is watching. It happens in the early mornings when you drag yourself out of bed despite the weight in your chest. It happens in the late nights when you sit with your thoughts and try to sort through the noise. It happens in the middle of the day when you push through doubt, fatigue, or frustration. That is the grind. That is where your character is forged, not in the victories, not in the shining moments, but in the quiet struggles that nobody else sees. You've faced more than your share of those moments, and each one has shaped you into someone stronger, sharper, and more capable than you realize. You may feel overwhelmed, but you are not defeated. You may feel tired, but you are not done. You may feel lost at times, but you are not without direction. You may feel isolated, but you are not alone. There are countless people walking through similar battles with their own hidden burdens. You are not the only one who wakes up feeling behind some days. You are not the only one who struggles to stay motivated. You are not the only one who feels stretched thin. But here's the difference between you and many others. You haven't quit. You keep going. Even when it hurts, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure of your next steps. That persistence is the foundation of transformation. That discipline is the turning point you don't realize you've already started. You are becoming someone stronger than the person you were when you started this journey. You're becoming more resilient than you were yesterday. And even if you can't see the progress, it's happening inside you. It's happening in the way you hold yourself together. It's happening in the way you show up even when you're discouraged. It's happening in the way you keep moving, even when you feel alone. You don't need to be perfect to keep going. You just need to be willing. Pressure is shaping you. Struggle is refining you. Every step you take is sharpening your edge. And you are not walking this path alone. Not now. Not ever. Sharpen your edge.